Hey, Father Taylor here, and you might be able to tell it's actually the evening of January 15th, and this is your weekly e-blast. Pretty short e-blast this week. Just really two things I want to make sure that you know about. First of all, this week on Sunday will be our kind of big push and gathering for scholarships for the AEP. We've seen some clips of recent weeks of those kids coming on with their little memorized things that they do for us and let us know, thanking us. I tell you, it's really a big deal to be able to be a part of something that has, really big impact on somebody's life at a great distance. There are other organizations that I've given to, and from time to time, I'm a big believer in water.org. But I really never know where that's going. I'm hoping it's going to some place and people are getting fresh water. Yeah, that's a big deal. But on this one, we have those bishops going back and forth, and we know what they're up against in terms of the difficulties living in that section of Nigeria. And so for us to see those pictures, which we saw a few years ago, of imams and Christian pastors all meeting together to ask God's blessing on these new schools, that's a very big deal. And to see all these kids, some with very much Muslim names and Christians, and they're all together in the same classroom, going up together, being schoolmates. This is a huge deal. And so we know how much it's, $300 for the scholarship. And as Elena said in the last couple of weeks, if you can't give a full scholarship, that's okay. She will mix and match and come up with scholarships. I just wanted to think two things I want to say. Two things I want to say about that. One, this is a really good one to invite your friends on. You're saying, hey, would you like to really have an impact on some kids? You've heard about stories in Nigeria. We know people. We know people there. And if you want to, you can give with me to a way of helping a kid get a scholarship. And this actually changes the lives in so many different ways. You can invite people to help you along with this giving. The second part is depending on where you work, you may be able to double your efforts. So my wife works for a corporation that has the AEP actually is one of the places where they can give. So we give, and then the corporation gives. So we're thankful that we can actually double up and give multiple scholarships as opposed to just on our own. So think about that too as you consider that. Maybe you're in a book club, maybe you got some friends, maybe you're in a pickleball group. I don't know what you do in your spare time, but think about that coming together for money for a scholarship. So that's coming up on the 18th. That's this Sunday. The following Sunday, we're going to have our annual meeting. And look, I've been to my share of annual meetings, which is why I make such a big joke out of it, saying it's the most wonderful time of the year. So ours are actually pretty good. And this is one you don't want to miss. We have some really good stuff coming up that I think you want to be there to hear and to talk about. So that's coming up on the 25th. So those things are going on. So prayers for folks at Hartford Hospital. We got the word yesterday that Hartford Hospital is at capacity. That's 900 beds plus 200 beds in the ER, just capacity. And so a prayer for nurses, doctors, and staff people who keep that hospital going. And I'm sure St. Francis is in the same situation. So we're praying for them and the care they give, but we're also praying for God's help to them. Rough time of year, for a lot of kind of airborne illnesses going around, and it's not exactly a lot of sun outside, and those people are just going in day to day. They're doing this really amazing work they do at hospitals. So just be praying for the hospitals and for our folks who are there at hospitals. So God bless you. We look forward to seeing you this weekend and hoping for really big. We're hoping that we tip 53 scholarships into maybe 54, 55 this year. So God bless you, and we look forward to seeing you this weekend.